How's it look right there? All right. Need some help.
Need some help. Can you help me? I need lots of help. Excuse me, mister. Can you help me? I need your help, miss. Missy, you have a daughter? I'm single. I need lots of help. Can you help me? Look, I'm a good guy. I know I look like an alien. That's okay. Let's say it's your daughter. And listen, mom. I'm sorry. I know. I heard you with that talking. You said you always want a guy with a head shape like this. Reminds you of your shower massager. Maybe that was your daughter. No, I don't know. I stopped saying stuff like that. It's been a really nice day. And sure you don't have a dog. I need some help. I get lifetime social security. We, we can meet sometime. But we're not fucking. That's so bad. Oh, where she keeps coming from. See your dog, she's talking to me. We connect. We connect. I know that's such big dreams from, but she said she don't want to ask me that big alcohol. She knows I'm a doctor. She doesn't have very big breasts, and she know that. But doctors know how to make breasts bigger. Sometimes they know exactly where to stimulate them all. Oh, gee, everybody love a hormone. What is it? Oh, God, this is mess. I got work to do. You sure you don't have a daughter? She available? Listen, I'm getting too old to be fat and busty. Okay. Oh. Wait a second. Why am I turning over? Whoa. Here's my muscle. I can take my muscles. There's a muscle. Hey, I'll take this muscle over here. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish because I is Popeye the Sailor Man. I know Joviality this morning. Looking at Henry. Oh, that's what I think when I look at you. Hello, y'all. Love, love, love. We love you. Oh, she's having a drink. She has to go. Me and her girl. Me and her girl.
Every once in a while, I'll come into the room, I'm back off the shed, I'm home, my girl's still laying in the bed all chilled out, looking sassy, and call prayer. I've crazy been really redo, season 1 to season 8. That is too much. I just like you to know, Captain Rebel in the fact that you show up on set. It's like, I mean, literally. I told I was like.
No more than usual.
Five 2% free, what, one, yeah. No, but, yeah, one. It's all should be vanilla soy sauce. Yeah, it's also in stuff. A bit of it to make it yeah. It's all about the argument. It's all about okay. Hey, no, I'm in. Hey, Chris, don't bring it back, man. Don't bring it back to lunch. What size is that?
Silvers.
Oh,
It should
yeah.
be just over there.
We previously learned that the stomach is a C-shaped organ that lies in the left side of your abdominal cavity. We also learned that the mucosa, or moist inner layer, of the stomach is dotted with millions of gastric pits, which lead to gastric glands. It is these gastric glands that secrete digestive juices needed to break down complex foods into simple nutrients. In this lesson, you'll learn about the different juices that are secreted into the stomach and the role they play in digestion of your food. By the time food reaches the stomach, it's already undergone some digestion. The food has been physically broken down into smaller pieces by chewing. The starches in the food have also been acted upon chemically thanks to the enzyme salivary amylase, found in your saliva from the salivary glands. Now, to this point, digestion has been moving along quite briskly. After all, it doesn't take long to chew and swallow your food. However, when food reaches the stomach, it takes its time passing through. In fact, depending on the type of food you eat, and the size of your meal, food will typically stay in your stomach for 2 to 6 hours before moving on to the small intestine. Now, you can think of your stomach as both a temporary storage sac for food as well as a site for digestion. The walls of your stomach contain layers of smooth muscle, and as food enters your stomach, the walls begin to stretch, prompting the smooth muscle to contract. This muscle activity leads to the physical mixing and breaking down of food in the stomach, known as churning. In addition to this mechanical digestion, known as churning, there's also chemical digestion happening within your stomach. Specifically, we see the chemical digestion of proteins by digestive fluids. Now, these acidic digestive fluids that are secreted by the gastric glands and the mucous membrane of the stomach are collectively referred to as gastric juices. And we previously learned that secretions of gastric juices from the gastric glands are regulated by the parasympathetic nervous system. And this involuntary nervous system increases secretions when activated by the sight, smell, or physical presence of food in the digestive tract. In addition, the presence of food and the change in the pH or the acidity of your stomach stimulates the release of a hormone called gastrin. This is a hormone secreted by glands in the mucous membrane of the stomach that stimulates the production of gastric juices. So you can see that there are a couple of triggers for the production of gastric juices, and this leads to a surprisingly large volume of gastric juice produced during the day. Under normal circumstances, approximately 2 or 3 liters of gastric juice are produced in your stomach in a 24-hour period. Now that's enough to fill at least 1 2-liter bottle of soda, and this is all happening inside of you without your conscious awareness. Now when we look closely at the gastric glands, we see that they're lined by epithelial cells, and there are several different types of cells within the gland, and they secrete different products. One of the important products of gastric juice that's secreted by these cells is pepsin. Pepsin is the chief digestive enzyme in the stomach that breaks down proteins. Now, you can think of pepsin as the chief digestive enzyme in the stomach because it is produced by the chief cells. This can help you remember the term, but I should clarify that pepsin is the active protein digesting enzyme. The chief cells actually produce pepsinogen, an inactive form of pepsin. It's an interesting fact that many enzymes in the digestive system are initially produced in their inactive form. We previously learned that an inactive form of an enzyme is called a zymogen. Zymogens, like pepsinogen, must be activated before they can actually perform their duty. So you might be wondering why your digestive system would go through the extra step of producing an inactive form of an enzyme.
Hold on. Go get out the line. Got a bunch of whipped cream just oh, crap. You're gonna have to help me out and get rid of some of that. See you later. Okay. Here you go. Yes. There you go. Anybody get questions? Okay. Hey, bro. Weekend warrior. Oh, you're here today. All we have is slow to prices pizza. That's it. All right, spicy pizza. It is no drink. Okay. Well, then yeah.
Can I accept now? You know? Play most of them.
Oh, no, that's we can't do the coffee machine today. We can do a portal. What's your next, sir?
Education and study at school. That would be a doctor of philosophy and architecture. Oh, it's an art. It's also law. Yes, to make that. The Asian architecture. Why are they going to good way to study. Cat. And what? Okay, bye. I was doing someone like update.
Single shot grande non-fat no foam latte.
The MSG. MSG. It's not working right.
What does grande go with caramel waffle frappuccino bar?
Hey. What the fuck, man? Why did you just do that to me? Why?
Man, I hate science. Yeah, me too. Science is so stupid, it doesn't make any sense. I know, I'll never be good at science. Have you ever been part of a conversation like this? Lots of people have. Learning and studying scientific concepts requires a special type of thinking that doesn't come easily to everyone. You may be surprised to know that even people who study science for a living often struggle with the complicated formulas and theories. Most people find science fun when they're little, but in high school and college, scientific study gets way more difficult. The books are hard to read, the words are hard to pronounce, and even the pictures are hard to understand. Science can seem really unfriendly to a student, but there are ways to overcome the challenges and learn to study science effectively. Let's explore a few techniques that will help make science learning easier. One of the toughest challenges in science is understanding the long, strange vocabulary terms. Science textbooks are full of crazy words like plasmodesmata, sigmotropism, and chemiosmotic phosphorylation. It's really hard to learn science effectively when all these weird words are being thrown in your face. How did scientists come up with these words anyway? Why do they have to be so unfriendly? Most of the terms you see in science are combinations of word parts. This is especially true with technical terms. Scientists originally coined the terms by putting together word parts from the Greek and Latin languages. For example, the word sigmotropism comes from a combination of two Greek words, fixis, meaning touch, and tropos, meaning turning or direction. Sigmotropism is the word we use to describe the coiling growth patterns that some plants exhibit in response to touch. Think about vining plants like beans, grapevines, and the common morning glory. These plants can climb fences and trellises by coiling their shoots around any object that they touch. You might think it strange that a long, weird word like sigmotropism was ever invented. But imagine if you were a plant biologist trying to describe a morning glory. How would you talk about its coiling growth pattern? The morning glory climbs by using its ability to turn the direction of its vine growth in response to a touch stimulus. No, that takes too long. If you were a scientist, you would want to invent your own word to describe this concept. Then you could just say the morning glory climbs by using sigmotropism. That's exactly why scientists invented the word. Most scientific terms refer to Greek or Latin roots, but that doesn't mean you have to know Greek and Latin to understand science terminology. Many word parts are familiar to us in English and other Romance languages. Take the word photosynthesis, for example. It comes from the Greek roots photo, syn, and thesis. Photo means light, as you probably already knew from other words like photography, photon, and photocopy. The word part syn means with or together. This might seem like a foreign definition to you, but think about familiar words like sympathy, synagogue, synchronize, system, and symbiotic. All these words use a form of the Greek root syn to describe a togetherness of something. So we've got photo and syn. What about the word part thesis? In Greek, this word means setting, putting, or placing. So photosynthesis means light together putting, or putting together with light. In other words, photosynthesis is the process by which plants put molecules together using the energy they get from sunlight. As you can see, understanding the meaning of science terms is easier when you break them down into smaller components. This might be a good time to remember the three main parts of a word: the root, the prefix, and the suffix. A word root is the primary unit of a word. It's often the longest, most central part of the word that carries the most significant meaning. Both prefixes and suffixes can be added to a word root in order to modify its meaning. Prefixes are word parts that appear before a root, like un, in, dis, re, and a. Suffixes are word parts that come after the root, like ed, ing, less, li, and ism. When prefixes and suffixes show up in science words, they work the same way as they do in regular English. For example, the suffix ism appears in the word thigmotropism. You don't need to know that ism is a suffix that indicates a noun. You already know plenty of similar isms like journalism, optimism, and tourism. These are all nouns, so thigmotropism must also be a noun, even if we're not yet sure what it means. Try to build connections between words that you already know and words you're just learning. You'll start to get a sense of what the word parts mean, and then you can apply them to other words. For example, the word sympedalous is used to describe a type of flower. Can you figure out what it means? Well, we know that flowers have petals, and we just learned that syn or sym means together. It shouldn't surprise you to learn that sympedalous describes a flower in which the petals are joined together. Lots of scientific terms are actually multi-word phrases like selective permeability and punctuated equilibrium. You just take one concept and apply it to another. It's not too tough as long as you remember that a phrase like selective permeability isn't any dog. Just like Fluffy describes a dog, selective describes the permeability of something. For example, the permeability of a cell membrane. We can deduce from this phrase that apparently it is possible to have permeability that is not selective.
Sympedalous.
Just like it's possible to have a dog that is not
You're
fluffy.
naked in my office.
But here we're talking about a
sympedalous.
permeability that is
Sit back.
selective. Cell membranes allow some
Watch your
substances
legs.
to go through
I want to be
while
sure.
others.
Don't
They
worry.
are permeable, but they are selective
I'm a
in how
doctor.
permeable they are. So cell membranes have selective permeability. You see, it's not so hard to understand science phrases when you think about how the words relate to
Do
each
you
other.
believe me?
As you're developing your science study skills, keep in mind that everyone has different learning styles. Some people are visual learners, meaning they tend to learn better when concepts are presented through images. On the other hand, verbal learners relate better to words and sentences. Try to pay attention to how you learn. I like pictures, flowcharts, concept maps, and even colors and symbols to learn new things. I usually scan all the pictures of a chapter before I start reading any of the text. Sometimes I even make my own color-coded concepts. But if visual aids aren't really your thing, then you may be more of a verbal learner. Verbal learners often benefit from reading text aloud to themselves and writing about the subject. If you're a verbal learner, you could also try listening to a recording of someone talking about the subject, or talk with a classmate about the subject. Most people do not subscribe completely to one learning style, but if you notice yourself leaning towards certain patterns, then use these patterns to your advantage. For example, when I study cellular processes, I find it helpful to keep reminding myself of how these processes fit into the larger scheme. This is called the holistic approach. Learning is holistic when new concepts are seen as being integrated and inseparable from one another. I like this approach for learning chemical and cellular pathways because it keeps me from getting lost in all the details. Using a holistic approach, I focus on relating chemical processes to the overall needs of a cell. Other times, I use a more analytic approach by breaking down concepts into subdivided parts. The analytic approach works best for ideas that need to be categorized into separate groups. The classification of organisms into kingdoms and phyla is a perfect way to learn analytically. Again, it doesn't matter exactly how you study. There's no one way to learn science or any other subject. What's most important is that you focus on the methods that work best for you. Learning and studying scientific concepts is challenging for many, but you can make it easier by following the tips you've learned here. Long, complicated scientific terms can be better understood by breaking down the components. Look for word roots, prefixes, and suffixes. Try to recognize any Greek or Latin word roots that you can and relate them to other words that you already know. Dissect phrases and take the time to understand how multiple words fit together. Beyond the vocabulary, pay attention to your favorite learning styles and use them to your advantage. Try to find out if you're a verbal or visual learner. Think about whether a holistic or analytic approach is best in every situation. Allow creativity into the process of learning. If you tailor your study methods to your own needs, then you won't have to stress about the challenges of studying science.
Wait. Oh, this way. This will stick it out.
That's part of it, though.
So I'm going to get two different groups today. Yeah, just two of them. I'm trying to get four of them. Strawberry. No water. I want you to say, see y'all later.
Vicinity for the erection sports and I'm baffled as to hopeless and survival. Again, after all, generous. Generous magistrate and Seattle police officer. And when at 19 years old, attacked and his friends by a man with a hammer and his friends by a man hammer and his friends just asked me for $3 million of money that I earned through a lot of hard work. Honestly, hard work. Sitting dead asses. King County Sheriff, a dick sucker, and so the California State Sheriff that run the fucking jail. Y'all go and run, tell them that. and tell them the marshals say so. And whenever they want to grow up and be a man, they can let me have back the $500 million they owe me. Until then, I think they're all just a bunch of dick suckers. The whole entire fucking department. Go on, tell them that. Because I'm mad now. Don't leave me homeless on the streets and not even give me a state ID so I could go the fuck back to Pennsylvania, huh? Just gonna hold me hostage here, huh? Oh, y'all bunch of fucking lousy kidnappers too, huh? Dick suckers and kidnappers. Faggot ass dick suckers and kidnappers. I just realized that I have a PhD in architecture and I've worked on many of the planning and zoning in the King County Zone for the erection of high-rise office and apartment buildings, public transportation, and sports arenas. And I'm baffled as to why it is I'm homeless and surviving on Social Security Medicare. After all, I was a generous United States magistrate and Seattle police officer when at 19 years old I was attacked by a male climber and his friends who had just asked me for $3 million of money that I earned through a lot of honest hard work were standing in front of me showing me what they bought with the money. And as I stood there bleeding to death, told me they just don't want a manager that is not a homosexual. And that was the only reason. I was forced by the government to give up $500 million to trustees. Knock that the fuck off there, huh? Two trustees, probably the same ones that came at me when I was 12 years old and that earned several million dollars. Asking me to sign papers. While oh, Fox was there too. Let's not lead into the fuck out. They know they was fucking down. In fact, the guys that had me sign the papers was from Fox. On ABC, CBS, and NBC hooked on. Filmed the whole event. Oh, it's one that came at me when I was 12 years old. Enterprise. Business. Solutions. Or, if you don't know, Washington State Convention Center in Seattle. Commissions. So maybe not all dicks, I guess it's just all a bunch of fucking assholes. Usually. Laughing at me, looking at me, not even helping me when I gotta dig through a fucking garbage can for something to fucking eat. Thinking this is so fucking great. 19 years old. It's in academies for whole entire fucking life. 19, I get thrown out with the fucking trash because I ain't a queer. I got $500 million in the bank that I'm fucking earned. Dumberhead fucking sent me back to that ghetto of Philadelphia. Like, get him the fuck out of here. Right around the world. They didn't give me no fucking gun, send me in-country prisoner war camp in the motherfucking Middle East. And I just sit there with brain damage and now I'm recuperating. Let me tell you, brain damaged white man in a fucking prisoner war camp in the Middle East, identified as a motherfucking United States soldier sailor, don't do too fucking good, pussy. So whatever you got to say, why don't you come say it to my face? If you a man, why don't you leave all your cocksucking buddies that just want to shed blood behind too, sissy? I know you can hear me now. You think I don't know why all these people in this room right now all been watching me on the YouTube? Yeah, and I got a strong vibe and a sneaky suspicion some of them is faggots that sneak up behind people and they hit them with things. People they don't like because they won't have sex with them. You know what the rest of the world call a bunch of niggers and faggots. Or what? What you gonna do? So I'll go crawl back in your goddamn fucking holes, you fucking moles. Sorry, I got so upset. It ain't easy being a homeless minister where they pay the crooks more than they pay the honest folk. Yeah, they send them in every day. I almost want to get to know them, huh? I think they get this little ass backwards, don't they? Seem to be one thing they seem to be leaving out. Besides just me, that's the fact they ain't gay. Deliberately fucking obstruct justice by sending a bunch of people to that show to make me miserable. A bunch of loose living, fraternizing, swingles, or people with women and children that probably do drugs and drink too goddamn much. And you gonna sit there, sheriff, and tell me you ain't trying to obstruct justice? Come on, let's go to court for real. Let's go to the court, police officers and sheriffs, out back on the side of the mountain, nigga, without all these peasants around. And let me have my gun too. If you want to have a fucking shootout, let's do it there. If not, you just a pussy. And here are all your dicks in this room. You want to be my friend? Stop sending these punks around the store and shit. I'm entitled to privacy. I'm not a criminal. I'm a Social Security recipient. I don't need these faggots making passes at me. You better fucking tell them something, because it's your fucking job. Sorry. It's so fucking people around you let the fuck get away with the fucking budget. Force me as a minister of government to sit in a fucking room with a bunch of people fucking talking sideways out their mouth harassing me. If I sit outside on the corner, you do the same goddamn thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got a fucking sexual addiction or something, you fucking commie bastard? Need somebody to wipe that motherfucker off for you? Just remember where the sheriffs come from the Middle East. You can't keep your fucking dick in your pants. You want to know what they're going to do with it in the Middle East? And you just ain't got to be in the Middle East to make that fucking happen. No, it ain't no threat. That's the truth, nigger. Now the sheriff got the keys to the locks and the doors of government public housing. So he got the keys to the locks and the door of the courthouse, the keys to the motherfucking safe with my fucking gun in it, the keys to the car lot where my car at, and probably the keys to my house. These stupid fucks around here. I shall pray to God for a brain. Since y'all so fucking holy and all. Huh? Peso?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they all got so much to say about their active sex life. They ain't putting two to two to fuck together. I'm so fucking busy. You gotta have time for a sex life. And the fucking jerk offs hit me in the head with a hammer and said the reason we don't want you to be our manager because you're not a homosexual. I guess y'all don't think y'all had done anything wrong at all. Just prove you're a bunch of goddamn stinking faggots. You're ready to check it $3 million. That means I had to go to the academy, had to read books, had to go to school, had to do my fucking work. Fuck, they going around asking that 19-year-old for 25, 35, 45-year-olds for $3 million for. They didn't give me none of it. What the fuck they want something for? What they hit me with a hammer for? Why they call me a jerk off for? When I say you didn't have to do that, I was gonna beat you up just because you were a homo. What the fuck made them so fucking right? We're gonna make me so wrong. I pick something up and come at some whoop on their ass with it. Especially because they don't like to fight fair. Now, fuck you. Y'all hostile coming here fucking talking sideways at your mouths. And people get up all close to me and whisper shit in the back of my head. Fucking niggas is what you is. Got my camera on for the last 45 minutes. I'm sure picked up a few of their fucking sideways, smart ass fucking remarks. Let's, let's go. Let's go to the police station, the sheriff's office, and we'll talk about each and every one of them, huh, guys? Oh, can I still call you guys? Oh, that's right. Most of you, well, you ain't exactly men anymore, right? You just wanted to tell me that you started taking it up the ass like a woman taking up her pussy, right? So I guess that ain't gonna happen today. Just want to give it a try, huh? What you gonna do? You gonna get together and chase me around and cuss me out, hit me with stuff and keep shoot bullets at me? Ah, wouldn't be the first time, huh? When you's gonna grow the fuck up? I guess never, huh? Yeah, scary you from walking at me with popping your pistols, jerking on your trousers. That money traveling all the way around the world, keeping the peace. Yeah, I might have been angry and cried a little bit. So I didn't go fucking goddamn rape and murder campaign like some of your boyfriends and girlfriends, like some of your sons and daughters did when we was all out there together. They think they was helping us or something. Y'all still giving them money hand over fist. Don't make me eat out the trash can. Oh, because they'll give you a Hummer. They give you a blowjob and I won't. So I better get the fuck out of here before I start saying anything else. I apologize. I didn't mean to say anything that wasn't true about somebody that didn't do it. See ya.